Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. My name is Maki Wamboko, Sales Manager Optiven Real Estate, and I'm here at our head office, Absa Towers, located at Reuters Street. Today I'm here to talk about our newest project, that is Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki, and it is located only 10 minutes drive from Cedar Mall. And in this project, we have proposed that we will be having a GMC Entertainment Center. This will be a replica of what we have in Kitengela, GMC Kitengela. We are also proposing a police post, so you are assured that security, once you invest here, security is good. And we are also proposing to have a playing ground. We are also going to have a community ground. So once you invest here, you don't have to worry about the security. The other things, among the things that we are doing, or the things that we have done already in Great Oasis Gardens, we have already done the marking fence, and the roads, the internal roads are already happening. We have started the maraming the road, and we are still in the process of doing the maraming of the internal roads. And we are also sinking a borehole so that we ensure that our investors in Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki, will not struggle with water. We are also going to elevate a water tower so that we have a constant supply of water in this project. And we also have a caretaker on site. The caretaker is on site and he's there 24/7. And then we also have different sizes in this project. We are having 8, we are having quarters, we are having halves, and we are also having acres. One can buy in bulk, you can buy in big chunks, and that is why we are saying in Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki, we are saying that bigger is better. In this project, what you can invest in, you can invest in private schools. You can also do holiday homes, whereby you can do Airbnb. You can also do holiday homes, and then you start renting, and you can also build houses and sell. You can also do apartments in this area. You can also do supermarkets. You can also build a mall, and then you start renting. There is so much that you can do in this project because it is not controlled development. We are also located along Nanyuki Rumuruti Road, and this road is being proposed to be tarmacked by the government. So coming from Nanyuki, or coming from wherever you will be coming from, it will be very easy to access the project because it is touching the Nanyuki Rumuruti Road, which is going to be tarmacked by the government. My number is +254 722 355 107. Do not be left behind. Call that number. I will work with you. If you're in Kenya, give me a call. We go for the site visit. We select the plot and we start the payment. If you're in diaspora, send a representative, and I will be delighted to work with you. And as we say here in Optiven, we shine because you make us shine. God bless you. Thank you.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Good to have you join us on Heart to Heart.
We bring you stories of people who, despite the pressures they experienced, still trusted God to see them through.
The seeds that was sown in me helped me navigate and overcome that period of my life.
New testimonies, new insights, an even better revelation of the good things God has in store for us.
There is always a blessing waiting for someone in every episode.
Good morning, welcome back. Our apologies for that. This is Morning Drift, and right about now, let's get into a conversation of the day. And today, this is the organic side of life. We're talking how to live an organic lifestyle. With me on set right here is Jessica Wanjiko, who is a nutritionist at Malkia Nutrition. Welcome, good morning.
Morning.
How's the early morning?
Good. So
How's the traffic?
Not much.
Not much?
Yeah.
Right. And of course, I did say the organic side of life. There are more and more people embracing organic food, and not just food, but even to the environment as well, to be conscious of what we use. But when most people get to hear of organic food, they think no chemicals, but nothing beyond that. So maybe in your own definition, what would you say organic food is?
All right. So I would describe organic food as food that does not have any chemical residues. That's for one. And also the nutrition content of that food is, can say, of a higher quality, because it's and that there's nothing that has been removed from it. It's minimally processed. Right. That's for one. And also when you consume it in the right way, like when you cook it in the right way, you'll get a higher concentration of the nutrients in that food.
Right. Yeah. Okay, and there's a lot of information out there, say on social media, in books as well, about organic farming, organic food, and organic lifestyle. But this is a subject that Kenyans are just starting to embrace, of course. So where would they access organic food?
There are several organic food markets that I know of around Nairobi. These are groups of farmers that have come together and they farm organically. They are trained, they are certified. There's a certification body called KOAN, Kenya Organic Agriculture Network, and a few others. So you are trained in organic farming, you understand there are different elements or principles of organic farming. It has to be sustainable, you have to be honest, like you're not doing something underhand and still claiming to be an organic farmer. So you have to be honest, it has to be sustainable, and then your farm has to be certified. Then once you have produced the food organically, you have several markets. For example, where I come from, we have Kikuyu Organic Farmers Market. Right. We have Karen Organic Farmers Market, we have Kiserian, we have Ngong, we have Thika Road. There's a market at Westlands, in the Westlands Mall, the Sarit Mall. There's a food pop-up market. So there are several pop-up markets that are organic. So, and there's so many players in the like if you search online or on social media, you'll find people who are certified as organic farmers. Right. There's also the Organic Guy, there's Sylvia's Basket. There's so many people who are practicing organic farming and bringing their products to market. Okay,
so these products are available in our local supermarkets as well?
Some of them, but not many, because getting them into the mainstream is a little bit more difficult. So we found setting up our own markets is easier, and then you let people know that you're there. You're not really competing with the supermarkets. You're kind of trying to complement what they have in the market and directing people that we're also here. We're not an alternative, we're on the same level. Right. So these are big pharma, but we're also here, and you're producing just as quality food as they are.
Right. Well, what has been a challenge when I was just going about asking people before the interview is the accessibility. Because for most people, if you leave work, then you pass by the supermarket, probably been told you need to come home with milk, you need to come home with a few things, even for supper and breakfast as well. So you'll go to the nearest supermarket just before you get home. So accessibility, is that a challenge for organic food vendors?
Yeah, I think it is, because some of the pop-up markets are only there on specific days. For example, Kikuyu, we are there on Wednesday and Saturdays. cereal might be there on Saturday and Thursday. They are not there every day. So that's one challenge that a client might find. You cannot access the market every day, especially if you're coming from work. But the solution we have brought to that is that you can buy or order these products online and have them delivered to your house or to your location. So that has come in as a good solution to people who are working 8 to 5 to still access the products.
Right. And organic, say on a typical day, we have all foods that could be organic, like you could take all organic food all day. So let's start like from breakfast.
Okay, so you could have organic sweet potatoes and tea made with minimally processed milk, preferably from a farmer's dairy. You can have fruits that are organically grown, maybe bananas that have not been sprayed with any chemicals, that have used manure in the production process. Go to 10, you can have maybe peanuts that have been grown organically, or you can have a fruit juice made from organic food products, maybe mango or sugarcane or whatever. At lunch, say you can have wholemeal maize ugali or wholemeal ugali,
Right.
and spinach or any other of the green leafy vegetables that have been farmed organically. Avocado, that's the simplest. You can also have maybe beans or a plant protein that has been grown organically. For animal proteins, it's hard unless it's kienyeji chicken.
Okay.
And even that kienyeji, what it's been fed on, what are you feeding your chicken on? Is it free range, or are you still giving it some this food that
The
you buy?
growers.
Yes, the growers.
Yeah.
So kienyeji that has been is free range kienyeji, but for beef and goat, pork, that's really hard to say if it's organic. Say at 4 you still have some juice or some peanuts or something. And then in the evening now you can have maybe chapati made with wholemeal wheat and some plant protein. Yeah, maybe, and that's it. So you can go fully organic.
Okay, but isn't it a little bit complicated?
Not really.
Just to make sure that I have sweet potatoes that have organically been grown, and then to be very specific also about if I'm eating chicken, then it has to be the one that was free range. I did not have the growers and all the food.
It does require a little bit of planning.
Right.
Meal planning specifically, which we do. As a nutritionist, I do that. So when you have a meal plan for your week or for your day, okay, let's say for a week, so you know exactly what you will eat. So you source it, right? You source it from the right places, the food market, order online or that, and then prepare them beforehand. The thing with, say something like sweet potatoes or arrowroots is that you have to give yourself time to boil them. So the challenge I find is that the convenience of the food that you just buy from the shop, it's easy to buy bread. It's already made.
Right.
Just smear your Blue Band or peanut butter and that's it. For sweet potatoes, arrowroots, cassava, you have to give it like 30 to 40 minutes to boil. So you have to plan on that. You can pre-boil them the previous night, then warm them up in the morning. If you're sourcing vegetables, the same thing. You can source them in bulk, or well, a good quantity for a week. So you're eating them 3 times a week. Okay, 3 is a little bit, that's less. Maybe you're eating 8 times a week, yeah? The veggies. So source enough, prepare them, like blanch them, just chop them, put them in hot water with some salt, and then that's it. Then when you're preparing your meal, ugali, now you can just use the blanched veggies.
So the bulk of the work is in preparation.
Yes.
So if you prepare early enough, then it shouldn't be any hassle.
It shouldn't be.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course now, for the organic food, how would I be sure that I'm taking something organic as now the consumer, the buyer?
All right, I did mention certification bodies like KOAN, Kenya Organic Agriculture Network. They have a stamp that they put on the product from Kilimo Hai. Kilimo Hai. So if you find your product has that sticker from Kilimo Hai, it's like a KEBS sticker.
Right.
So how we trust KEBS, it's how you can trust Kilimo Hai as a consumer of organic products. But in the food markets, you might not find the sticker because it's a process before a farmer is certified as Kilimo Hai certified producer. So what we do is that aspect of organic farming of honesty goes beyond you as an individual. So the community or the group you're in, you have a participatory guarantee support. It's like a support system, whereby if we are 5 in that group, you can come to my farm unannounced and check whether I'm practicing organic farming. Right. So we kind of verify or certify each other. So that's unannounced, because when you say I'll be coming at a certain time, someone can dispose of.
Yeah, they can get ready for you.
Yes. So you can come unannounced to my farm and check if I'm practicing organic farming, and it's easy to spot. An organic farmer will have manure somewhere. They will have some sort of plant tea, like it's like a fertilizer. Right. They will have maybe like fly traps or something. You can tell an organic farmer. Again, you won't find any containers of pesticide. You might not find the hand pump for spraying or that. Right. You might or you might not, depending on how large or how small scale the farmer is practicing. So you can easily tell among the farmers now that this person is practicing organically. Then many of the groups, many of the markets are in the process of getting certified with Kilimo Hai, so they can have the sticker.
And for the organic products, so say it is spinach or sukuma wiki, cabbage, tomatoes. When people go to the market to purchase these ingredients, then we always want the big, flowery. It has, if it is a banana, it has to be very yellow. So are there any pointers, or do the organically grown crops, do they flourish just as much as the ones that, are planted conventionally?
I can say they flourish even more. I did once harvest manago leaf that was bigger than my face. The leaf, one leaf.
Right.
Yeah, so they do flourish more. You can't really identify in the market that if I had tomato that is organically grown and one that is commercially grown, you can't really tell from the face value, because these ones look just as well. If the farmer has been careful to make sure that there are minimal pests affecting the crop, use different methods, integrated pest management methods. So if a farmer is careful with their product, you can't tell. If you come to the farmer's product, everything will be looking so nice. And the same with the other side. So there's really no telltale that you can say this is organic and this is not. You can only trust the vendor, the farmer, or go to that specific market. And that's
to
how
get
you
the
can
product.
It, yeah.
And what about the taste? Is the taste different from the one that is commercially grown and one that is organically grown?
Yes, the taste is different, especially with the veggies, the green leafy vegetables. There is something that you feel that this spinach is not like what I'm used to.
There's freshness.
Yes, there's some freshness. Okay. There's an aspect that your taste buds will tell you this is different. We should do more of this other than getting the others, especially if they have been sprayed in the common food market. They tend to easily like break down when you're cooking them. So when you're serving, it's just there. But for the organic products, you'll feel when the roughage, the roughness of what you're eating, and also the taste will be different.
Right. Yeah. So ni chakula bora, si bora chakula.
Yeah, chakula bora.
So anytime you're eating, it's a beautiful experience, is what you say.
Yes. It's an experience when you're eating organic food. If you sit down with a chef who has cooked you organic food, you'll really enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay. And I might fully go organic by the time this conversation is over. So
I hope so.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Outcome. Yeah.
And for the products that are organically grown, then another big question would be the current conversation in the country, which is the genetically modified organisms. Yeah. This is an issue that has raised a lot of scrutiny as well as mixed reactions when President William Ruto lifted the ban on GMO products. So as the organic farmers and the organic vendors, what is your voice here?
It's a big blow. It's a big blow on our efforts, because that means the big farmer will come rushing in and convincing farmers, now like undoing what we've been doing on the ground. We hope it won't happen. We hope that our farmers are loyal to organic farming.
Right.
But the fact that now the pesticides, the GMOs, and everything will be easily accessible in the agrovet, it will be a big blow to organic farming.
Okay,
And also, in this sense, not even in the fact that they are in the market, if my neighbor is doing GMOs and spraying the crops with whatever fertilizers or pesticides, it's easy for a wind to drift to my farm. It's easy for water to leak to my farm that is having all those contaminants. So, and I can try to go and convince him or her to change, but I can't really control their actions.
Exactly.
So if they're farming next to me and they're not kind, let's say so, they're just not careful with what they're doing and what I'm doing, yeah? They're not considerate. It's hard for me as an organic farmer, because there'll be residues, there'll be so much that I can't control.
Even just the wind blowing.
Yes. And also there are cases that have come to light whereby a farmer was not doing GMOs, but cross-pollination happened, and now their crops are somehow very similar to the genetically modified ones.
Right.
And when these experts come and they ask you, why are you doing our products, and you haven't bought the seeds the right way, and you say, I did not, but bees don't know which crop is GMO and which one is organically farmed. So cross-pollination also happens, and you find out that your product is not really organic as you wanted it to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what do you think would be the harm of all the chemicals in food now that they'll be more rampant?
Of course, there's the immediate effect whereby you find that if something has a pesticide residue, that might affect you immediately. You'll find the taste is different. Maybe you're not as satisfied as you used to be before. But in the long term, it will lead to a lot of lifestyle diseases. Diseases like different kinds of cancer, that's obvious. There's it affects children that are not born, like the hormonal imbalance, the reproductive system. Some of the chemicals are teratogenic, meaning they'll affect your fetus in the womb, and you'll find that deformities, all these issues, abnormalities in children, newly born children, that's in the long term. You also find that because this food is not as filling or as satisfying, someone tends to eat more of it.
So organically grown food is more filling?
Yes. Okay. Also look at what is being grown.
Right.
If you're growing cassava, sweet potatoes, or arrowroot, or even wholemeal, as I said, that food is filling. But if you're having a potato that has been grown, is genetically modified, and that is made into chips, you will not have as much satisfaction or that satiety from eating it.
Right.
So in maybe less than 2 hours, you'll be craving something else. You'll go for potato chips. Still, you'll still not feel satisfied. You'll go take another GMO product. So you're accumulating it in your body. And in as much as our body have been made to get rid of the toxins and everything, something still remains. And that creates a long-term effect, which I'm saying might lead to lifestyle diseases, imbalance in blood sugar, leading to diabetes. Someone is obese, too much cholesterol, hypertension, cancer. So in the long term, there'll be so many of these cases coming up.
Right, and one of the main reasons why President William Ruto said he lifted the ban is because of the current situation in the country, where there's drought. So there's a need for sustainability. There's a need for, for crops to be available for different people, especially in at least 23 counties that have been affected by drought. So there's need for drought-resistant crops as well. So in light of that, how would organic farming, organic food, organic crops, how would they be sustainable even in this drought period?
Okay, well, one thing, organic farming does not require as much water as might be thought, because you're mulching your soil, you're covering it. You're also putting back the nutrients into the soil through manure, through this, so the soil is, it has humus, it's heavy. It's able to retain as much of the water as it gets. So if you're talking about drought, GMOs are not necessarily sustainable. They might grow fast, they might give you what you want fast, but they're not necessarily sustainable. And they will also require water to grow, whether it's by irrigation or reliance on rain and all that. So organic farming can also be practiced in dry, semi-arid, and arid areas. For example, there's a farm, or the farmers in Deya. Deya is a dry area that has in the past been suffering from drought and all that. But over time, the women have been trained by an organization called C-Shape to farm organically, to grow agronomical trees in their farms that provide shade. Yeah. So even if it's dry and you just have a little water, your soil is mulched, it's heavy, it's retaining as much of that water as possible. And those families, those women, or that community has been able to produce a lot of food, and they're now on the spotlight because they're like being shown, or an example in terms of organic farming, because they're now producing sustainably. They're able to feed themselves. They're able to do seed banking for these really nice maize varieties that have almost gotten lost from the market. The same for vegetables, traditional vegetables like amaranth and the comfrey. Comfrey is mafake in Kikuyu. So they are able to now grow those traditional veggies that were almost getting lost, because we only knew of cabbage, spinach, and kale. Myself, up to my adult life, I didn't even know about some of the crops that I'm now seeing, and being enlightened that these are African traditional vegetables that used to be consumed by our grandparents, and now are being made available in the market.
So it is actually possible to sustain the population, with the organic products, organic farming, organic crops as well. And of course, I want us to talk about these beautifully organic placed products right here on our table. But before that, we do have to take a very short break. Remember, you are watching The Morning Drift. Our conversation today is living life the organic way. Don't go too far.
Hapa kazi tu inaendelea kuwasaka na kuwatambua wale ambao wanafanya kazi extraordinary na zile kazi za kujituma.
Biashara yote unaambiangwa, as long as you have a plan, you can do it. Our service is about kufurahisha the customer.
Mpenzi mtazamaji, hii ni Hapa Kazi Tu.
Good to have you join us on Heart to Heart.
We bring you stories of people who, despite the pressures they experienced, still trusted God to see them through.
The seeds that was sown in me helped me navigate and overcome that period of my life.
New testimonies, new insights, and even better revelation of the good things God has in store for us.
There is always a blessing waiting for someone in every episode.
Welcome back. This is The Morning Drift. Our conversation today, we are living on the organic side of life. And as you can see, this is a stinging nettle powder. That is correct.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, we want now to talk about this range of products that are organic with my guest right here in studio, Jessica Wanjiku, who is a nutritionist at Malcare Nutrition. And Jessica, now let's talk about, I don't know, we can start with what I have here, which is a stinging nettle powder. We've talked largely about farming organically, where to buy the products. And now these are some of the products and their benefits, obviously, of going organic. So let's talk about them. For instance, let's start with this.
All right, so stinging nettle powder is dafai, commonly known as dafai.
Oh, this is dafai.
Yes. So it has many benefits, one of which being helping people who are managing hypertension or high blood pressure.
Right.
So, well, that's on the management part. But in terms of prevention, you can easily incorporate such a product, dafai. Now, this is the leaves that have been dried and ground and then packaged, so a little bit of value addition. Yeah, and making it accessible in the market, we talked about that. So these are some of the products now we want to get on the shelves, hopefully, over time. So the benefit is that you'll be able to help your body, one, control the levels of cholesterol or fat being stored in your body. If someone is trying to manage hypertension, it's a good product. So someone will ask me, how will I use it? So one of the ways you can use it in water. You're drinking water, just add half a teaspoon or a teaspoon depending on the quantity of water you're taking.
So say in a glass?
Yeah. Just if it's in a glass, you just need maybe quarter teaspoon, just a very small amount. Stir it in, warm water, preferably warm water. Just stir it in, let it maybe steep or settle for a few minutes, then drink that. You don't boil it, you don't cook it, because when you do that, you destroy some of the water-soluble or heat-sensitive nutrients. You can also use it to mash food. I think that's the way of what we found our grandpas doing.
Yeah, like put it in mokimo. Okay. And can it be used in tea? My director is actually asking.
I think it can also be used in tea, in green tea. Sweeten it maybe with some honey or stevia leaves. And yeah, you have your brew for the afternoon, relaxing and all that. What else? You can use it in smoothies. You can also use it to like a salad dressing. If you're doing a vegetable salad. So that's some of the ways you can incorporate these products, any of these products in your daily diet or in a day's meal plan.
Okay, so there's one product has very many factors that can be used in very different foods.
Yeah, you can use it in very different foods. As far as you don't boil it and you don't cook it in the sense of, it's not a spice, so you don't use it as a spice. Use it when your food is almost ready or ready, like if you're mashing, or even if it's a stew, when it's ready, then you can put it on top, then just give it a stir and serve. It's also good for thickening stews and soups.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the main concerns for a lot of people when they're thinking of going organic, just living a healthier lifestyle, is the cost of these products.
Yeah.
There is a general assumption that organic products, organic foods are expensive.
Yeah.
So are these expensive?
No, they're not expensive. They're not expensive. So this pack is, that pack is 250 grams. It will go between 500 and 800 shillings.
Okay.
This is something you can use if stored properly, and this is a Ziploc bag. So when you open, then you seal it back.
Right.
It doesn't get air inside. You can use it for, if you're a small household, like 4 people, you can use it for 2 to 3 months at 800 shillings. So it's pretty affordable as compared to taking or say buying medication for hypertension or buying something else to use to manage your lifestyle disease.
So then if you incorporate this in your day-to-day life, then you'll be fighting some of the illnesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also reducing your cost of healthcare because you won't get those diseases in the long term.
Right.
Yeah.
And what do you have there?
I have moringa leaf powder. Moringa, it's also still a green leafy vegetable, also dried and ground and packaged. It is very good for people with blood sugar, diabetes type 2 specifically, but also someone with type 1 can also use it. Also, with the green leafy vegetables, they are rich source of iron, calcium, magnesium and other nutrients. So someone with arthritis,
Right.
this would be very good for them because it's rich in iron and calcium, good for your bones. So it will help to reduce the pain, the joint pains, the swelling, and all that. It's also an antioxidant. When I talk about antioxidants, these are the things that lead to cancer in the long run. So if you're dealing with, oxidants lead to cancer, like when your cell is oxidated,
Right.
it kind of misbehaves.
So this is an antioxidant.
Yes, antioxidant. Okay. So it helps to remove those free radicals from your body and your cells, hence preventing you from developing any kind of cancer. It's also good, like a mood stabilizer, for...
Especially that time of the month?
Yes. For women who have mood swings and all those things. And also for hormonal balancing, both men and women, it's good for that. So when it's helping with hormonal balance, it also helps to calm your body, help you to relax and to sleep better. Mm-hmm. So this can make a very good evening tea or tea before bed. You can also use it in your warm water, stir it into your food when it's already cooked, smoothies and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
And for many people, there's a growing number, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah. There are many people who are looking to be healthier, healthier options, healthier food options as well. Yeah. So would you then say that implementing this in our diets is step one? Yeah. Is the precautionary, if you are not already suffering from these lifestyle diseases. One thing we do as Malkia Nutrition is help people to understand that prevention is the best cure. Right. If you can prevent your body from reaching that level where it gets sick, you're really saving yourself a lot of trouble. So by preventing yourself from getting the diseases, you incorporate these products, even if you're not sick. So you have to make it a lifestyle. Yes. It's not only for the sick people. It's not. But prevention is better than cure. It is better than cure. And we want people now our age, like people below 35, to understand that using this product, they're not for the sick. They're for everyone. They're for your kids, yourself, and your parents. So these three generations, if we can target the middle-aged person, like in the middle level, like us, the youth, right. We'll be reaching the children and we'll be reaching their parents, helping them to understand that these products are not for the sick. They can be used in a household and everyone can use them. One, they don't have any side effects. You will rarely reach toxicity using moringa leaf powder. Toxicity is where this thing is harmful to your body. Right. You will rarely reach that level using these products. So not only are they natural, but they are organic as well. Yeah. You will rarely find someone telling you, I used something that led to an adverse effect on my body. Unless they were using a combination that is maybe for detoxifying and or removing fat from your body. Right. And it was quite, some people say they have maybe loose stool or something like that. But you rarely find adverse effects from using organic products. So these are products that you can incorporate to protect yourself from lifestyle diseases, preventing, and also for those who are already sick to manage the different lifestyle diseases. Okay. Yeah. And one of the many conversations is weight loss. Mm-hmm. Weight loss is a craze that is forever. Yeah. What many people want to achieve, just to be healthier, look better. So feel better. Which kind of products would you be advocating for someone who's looking just to, say, control their weight? There's a product called fenugreek. In Gikuyu, it's called methi. It's a brownish kind of powder or a creamish kind of powder. The seed is brown, so when you grind it, it's brownish. It's good one for clearing cholesterol, the bad cholesterol from your body. It also helps to increase your metabolism, and it helps you to feel satisfied, so you don't eat as much. So those are the three acting points of fenugreek powder. Right. So you find someone who is trying to lose weight, they want to remove bad cholesterol, they want to feel full for longer so they don't keep snacking. Keep eating all the time. Yeah. And so this fenugreek works really well in that sense. We also have farmers who are doing chia seeds, especially in the
arid and semi-arid places because it does well in those areas. Chia seed is also good for people who want to lose weight. The same thing, it will help to remove bad cholesterol, it will help you to feel fuller for longer.
And it does have the filling effect.
Yes.
I actually use it in my morning cereal. And
you can go up to lunchtime without anything. Yes.
Yeah.
You can go for, because I think normally we go for 3 to 4 hours without feeling hungry, the hunger pangs. But when you're using a satisfying or a filling food, you can go even to 5 hours. So if you've had breakfast at 8 or at 7, you can go up to lunchtime without feeling so hungry. You know, the kind of crazy crave that you get if you're maybe just snacked on something very light.
Right.
So chia, fenugreek, there's flax seeds. The seeds.
I've seen flax seeds somewhere here.
Yes. The seeds are filling, they have a filling effect.
Right.
You can take the seed as it is, or you can grind it into powder and add it to your water, your smoothie, and all this. Cool. The other thing, there are spices like ginger, turmeric. They're very good for people who want to lose weight, so you can cook with them. The good thing with the difference with spices, now you can cook with them. So you can cook with ginger, you can cook with turmeric, you can cook with garlic, the whole clove or the powder. It has that effect of removing the bad cholesterol from your body. Also, the spices like ginger, it helps blood sugar to be released slowly from your food. What that means is that your body won't crave energy after 2 hours or 3 hours.
So you won't keep taking it in.
Yes. So your body won't be needing the energy. So those senses or sensory impulses sent to your brain for you to eat won't be sent. So you won't be snacking.
Right.
So that's how to
manage the weight.
Yeah. Use different spices, ginger, turmeric, garlic, lemon, for that tight kind of effect. And now the fat burners, chia, flax, fenugreek powder, fennel, all those.
Okay.
And
so
also
going organic then means we'd be sorting so many issues.
Yeah. You will be sorting even those that are there in a few years. With our age, I think one of the things that we have changed is our dietary habits. We want the ease, the convenience. Right. So you get home from your work, you want some fast foods. But if you incorporate these things slowly by slowly over time, you'll be able to achieve a lifestyle that you actually desire. You look good, you feel good, and you are even more productive at work.
And another concern for foodies, like my sister, she's a self-proclaimed foodie. And one of the concerns is that sometimes when you go if you're going healthy, then taste is something that could be lost. You're trying to be healthy, you're trying to keep fit, but you still want a good taste in your mouth. So how can people still eat food that is beneficial, is healthy, but still has good taste?
Okay, I think taste comes with how you're cooking your food.
Right.
Let me just mention, I did get to experience food cooked by a chef called Chef Kamboi. It was 100% organic, and that food we ate as a whole household. My nieces ate, my great-grandmother ate, and everyone was satisfied. It was delicious because of how he had prepared it. To this date, I can't replicate his recipe. He has a specialty in that field.
Right.
So it's how it's prepared for taste. And then going organic or going healthy doesn't mean you don't eat everything. It doesn't mean you won't eat pizza, doesn't mean you won't eat burgers. You can eat them, but in moderation. So if you are a sweet tooth, like I'm also a sweet tooth. So if I'm doing a cake, I might do a banana cake, a carrot cake. If I'm doing cookies, I won't use as much sugar. Either reduce my sugar or maybe substitute it with molasses or stevia or something. So there are so many options, there's so many alternatives.
So in our small capacities, there's still a way that we can effect the change. We can still have the good taste, but in moderation.
Yes.
Okay.
Or don't buy these things, try and prepare them, or find a chef who is trying to do organic. Or bakeries, some bakeries like Unga have a bakery that does a whole meal bread, 8 green loaf. I love that loaf. It's now a little bit expensive, but I loved it. I worked there for a while.
It's made of?
8 greens. So it has chia, it has flax, has sesame, it has, I can't remember all the 8 greens, but it has, the dough, when they're making it, they incorporate 8 greens in it. And that bread is heavy. You eat 2 or 3 slices, you're full. So preparing something like that in your own household, even if you won't use the 8 greens like Ensbury Bakery, you'll still get the benefit and the sweet taste of bread. But you won't have all the fat or the refined flour in it, you know. Just small changes here and there that are effective. Yeah.
Right. And for a lot of people generally, I won't just be biased and say women, everyone wants to look good. And so there's the issue of beautiful skin. So I know some of this. So just give us the details of some of the products that can be used just to, you know, make us more alive, be rejuvenated, glow is what we're going for.
Cool. That's an interesting aspect. We have a shop where different vendors bring their products. And one of our vendors, Zuri Farms, she makes handmade soaps, which I use. My skin has broken out lately. So I've been using ginger turmeric soap. Ginger and turmeric and honey. You have your skin sweated.
Right.
She has soap with black seed. Black seed is so good for the skin. She has soap with activated charcoal. I know people are doing face masks with charcoal, the black masks. You know, there are people who are they're using these products to make awesome products, like handmade soaps are the way to go. There are also people who are pressing oil from avocado, from, what was it? Is it sesame? Right. You can press oil from all these products. Use it on your face, on your hair, coconut oil. There's so many solutions and creative solutions that people have really come up with to take care of your inside and your outside as well.
So you could do that at the comfort of your home?
Yeah. You can easily use, say, something like black seed to make soap. If you don't have the skill or the time, source it from someone who is doing the handmade soaps. Like I said, Carol from Zuri Farms, she's doing handmade soaps. They are available. You can call her, check her up, or come to our shop and you find them. Yeah.
Okay. And when some of these products that you can find, say in the supermarket, from chia seeds, say even the flax seeds, if it is an organically made product, will it be labeled?
Yeah, it should be labeled. It should have
always.
Yeah, it should have the label of whether it's organic.
Right.
And again, I said it should have the Kilimuhai label. So you can tell something that is organically made. Again, you should know some of these brands. Over time, maybe people will know some of these brands, and so you can go directly and access them, as opposed to. But we really should be looking at the labels. Just check.
Very important. You just don't go out on the shelves and pick out anything.
Check the label. Just check. Or even if you don't know, check what are the ingredients.
Okay.
You can identify. I think most of us can identify some chemicals that really you shouldn't be using on your skin.
Yeah. I know one of the ingredients that I fast to identify is sugar, because I try to keep away. So obviously when I'm like, there's these new ingredients, what do we have here? So it's very important to take a look at that as well.
Yeah. And also be enlightened on how else companies are disguising sugar. They might say sucrose, they might say glucose, they might say maltose, all those are sugars. So just be a little bit enlightened on those. On food labeling is a topic.
I think we need to have a totally big conversation on that alone.
Yeah. Food labeling is a big topic.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe that's what we're going to be having. So just briefly, let's talk about Malkia Nutrition, which is your company.
Yeah.
So just briefly tell us, when did it begin, and
what you do,
how it's starting.
All right, so Malkia Nutrition is a nutrition consultancy company or business where we offer nutrition consultancy, something like meal planning, weight loss regimes, weight gain regimes, management of all these lifestyle diseases. So that's one big aspect of it. And I had that as the nutritionist.
Right.
We also have now organic food production, which is like an aspect by itself. And we also have a psychologist who deals with mental health, because we realized food-related issues might or are interconnected with mental health and the other way around. Someone with mental health issues, something like depression, might overeat, leading to lifestyle diseases. So there's an interconnection.
Right.
So yeah, those are the three aspects we deal in. Nutrition, mental health, and organic farming, and also now the digital aspect of getting people to know about all these things.
So nutrition not only heals the physical body, the mental as well.
Yeah, you need to heal the mind as well, because I might give you a meal plan, but you're not in a state of mind to follow it. So you need to talk to a psychologist and sort out all these issues. So yeah, we have that aspect. Yeah, we are located in Westlands. Our consultancy office is in Westlands, Occidental Plaza. We have been there this is our third year. We started in November 2019, so this will be our third year.
Would you say that Kenyans are more open to organically made products?
Yeah, now they are. As I was saying before, COVID kind of opened up people's eyes and they realized, wow, whatever we've been eating.
Time to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you need to take care of yourself, take care of your immunity, boost your immunity so that you don't get sick with everything that's out there in the air. Yeah, so that was a good thing, I would say, for educating people, or like a wake-up call. Yeah, and now the organic products, we have an outlet shop in Kikuyu. And as I said, we are on social media platforms whereby we sell our products. So you can order online, you can come physically, you can come for a consultation. Yeah.
Okay, I'm lucky because I'll just have a consultation right here and we can see which kind of products I'll start using just immediately.
Yeah,
but thank you
sure.
so much. Thank you so much for coming and having this conversation. Of course, there's a lot more we need to talk about. We need to talk about weight loss.
Yeah.
We need to talk about just beauty. So much to talk about.
Yes.
But very little time. So we'll definitely plan for that. Thank you so much for joining our conversation this morning. We are now living on the organic side of life. That has been our conversation, how you can live an organic lifestyle. And of course, with our guest right here in studio, Jessica Wanjiko, who is a nutritionist at Malkia Nutrition. It is a conversation that we can keep going across our social media platforms at Lookup TV. And of course, the hashtag is Morning Drift. I am Nancy Nalima. Thank you so much for watching. And I will be leaving you with Simba Charles Elijah Kiage to take up and look at all the day's business. Thank you for watching. Good morning.